how to run a node. Installing the agent and passing through the wizard is the same as the client. Therefore, let's focus on the agent-specific features. The first thing you have to do is to check your port availability. So you can do this on PrivateX Network website. The default ports are specified here. If they do not match those shown by the installer, enter your own ports. We see that the port 59000 available via UDP and the port 9000 available via TCP. This means that this agent will be available to the client connection. If your ports are not available, please refer to the PrivateX network documentation. Most likely there is no port forwarding on your router. Okay, let's switch to the application. On the dashboard screen, you can see exit nodes, it's your computer, active offerings, and active services. You can enter to each service. Here you can see his ID, the server, also known as exit node, the usage, the income, and the deposit. The contract status shows the status of the current contract with the client, such as active, in dispute, cooperative clause, or uncooperative clause. The service status shows the status of the current connection. You can close the contract manually, but we don't advise you to do so. Here you can see the client IP address and the session statistics. Let's move on. The services screen. Here you can see the active services, history, and sessions. On the session screen, you can see total usage and total income. It's also possible to export statistics to a file. On the offering screen, you can see all your offerings, both active and those that are no longer in use. The other screens are the same as the client. If you want to get information about them, watch the corresponding video. Let's move on to making an offering. In the current version, only one node can be matched to the one agent. So you can change the server. Name and description are hidden from clients and are used only for your convenient display in agent tables. The country is calculated automatically based on your IP address. We do not recommend changing it manually. In case of non-conformance between the stated and the actual country on the client side, the client may terminate the connection by calling uncooperative clause and downgrading your rating. Supply means how many simultaneous connections this offering can serve. Be careful when selecting the IP type. In case of mismatch between the actual IP type and the specified one, the client may terminate the connection and downgrade the rating. Let's move on to the billings. The price. The price is specified for 1 MB and depends on the market. Max billing unit lag. Max billing unit lag is how many unpaid megabytes you will wait for until you suspend the client service. Min units is used to calculate the client's deposit. Formula: min units multiplied by price. Max unit defines the traffic limit after which the client will be disconnected. We recommend leaving unlimited, because only unlimited offerings are displayed in the client simple mode. Max suspend time means how long the client can pause the connection. Max inactive time means how long the client may not start using the connection after the connection is established. Mean download speed and mean upload speed limits the bandwidth of each connection. This only works for Ubuntu. Price of publication. The publication price is calculated as supply multiplied by min units multiplied by unit price. After the offer is removed, the deposit will be refunded. After the transaction in the Ethereum network is mined, the offering will be published and available to clients. Thank you for watching.